We got a lot of visuals today, and for some reason, my mouse does not like Keyshawn. I don't know why, but we're going to find out. Roll it.
Hey, this ain't a drill. Only time I plan is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. And you know we about to eat this a fast meal. Y'all gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. Everyone sick, make them pay with some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and niggas talk about the Bills. Dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo don't make a kill when we talk about the Bills. Dominating on the field, and our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another live episode of the Post Podium Podcast, home of the all truth, no sodium takes on the Built in Buffalo Network. I am your co-host, Aramis.
I'm triggered. What's up, y'all?
I don't blame you.
40 keys.
Somebody doesn't like you.
Oh, no. No. I'm triggered for this reason.
Yeah.
In the course of the last 4 days, I'm not even going to go into what it is, but you know what it is. It's been all over the place. Now.
You know, everybody, your boy was talking about that this morning, too.
Really?
Yeah, it was all over the place.
So this is where I'm at with this.
Okay.
This is bigger than Ed, but I've heard a lot of podcasts, a lot of hosts, if you will, explaining and apologizing for how they run their show. And I am, for one, telling you, not here. You're not getting no apologies for us talking about what we want to talk about. Okay, I know I say this all the time because it triggers me. But when you got people saying, I don't care about that, I don't care about this, go watch something else. Go watch a news show. This is a reaction show. This is a show that gets personal. This is a show that we talk about current events.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we take pride. Even further than Discord, we know our viewers that want to tell us about themselves in the comments. We know our viewers in Discord intimately, you know, and we take pride in that. So the smaller podcasts talking for bigger podcasts that really don't have a voice to do it or don't want to do it for whatever reason, stop it. Because I, for one, couldn't care less if you run these 15 minutes of this show. I, for one, could not care less if you don't want to watch the show because you don't want to hear about us talking about a personal life. Yeah. I, for one, can tell you right now, there are things on this show that our personal lives that we get off our chest because we got real life stuff outside. People watching this show have real life. Somebody is out there right now watching the show with no friends. We are their friends for 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And we're the ones telling you about what we did, and you tell us by virtue of that what you do in your comments or when you call in. That's why people feel comfortable calling into this show. That's why people feel comfortable getting in the chat, even when we say, you can't get out. You got guys bigger than me. Obviously, you can get out. And if you have a problem with the way we start our show, please use the door. We'll open it up for you for right now. Because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the comments on our show, other shows, talking about we don't want to hear about that. Don't care. And I don't want to watch other installments. I don't want to watch, a Talking Buffalo, a Tommy or something like that. I don't want to hear them apologizing for the way they do their show. Do your show the way you want to do your show. Now that I've said that, we're at 54 viewers so far. I don't see it going down. I hope it goes up. But you're going to get this saying, this is what Post Podium Podcast is for, and this is what you should expect when you come here. A personal feel. Something that we might laugh. We like to joke. We're best friends for real.
Mm-hmm.
This is not an act. So when this camera goes off, our texts are even more off the cuff than we do right here. Because we can't say some of the things you want to say on it.
Definitely not.
So take that for what it is. I hope you stay. I want you to stay, but I want you to understand that if you put in this chat, anybody else's chat, I don't care about that. We don't care if you don't care. Go. Simple. Capiche?
Well said, bro. I like to think of our show as the communal destination. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, when they go on these shows and they have those kind of comments, it's like they're viewing the podcast or the show as the segue to the information they want to get.
Right.
And look, I get it. If that's what you want, there are plenty of other videos out there like that. But what I think I agree most with you on is I don't think people take the time to consider the content that they're actually watching. It's the equivalent of I want to go to I don't know, I want to go to the Spanish channel and I want to watch a movie with American English. You know what I mean? It's like you're kind of you're in the wrong place for that. You know what I mean? You're expecting the exact wrong thing. And hey, if you just maybe listen to the Spanish for a minute, you might understand, everybody in this movie is speaking Spanish, not just in this one part. I may be on the wrong channel. Let me find the right one. Right. Yeah. I think that's the right approach for people who kind of, stumble onto us or what, if the algorithm is pushing us to certain people, and blame the algorithm, get mad at them, tell them, you know what I mean? Tell the algorithm to stop recommending this kind of stuff to you, but quit begging me to stay.
I mean, honestly, what it is, when I watch other podcasts and I see people I know, I'm like, all right, cool. I don't go and be like, oh, you watch. I'm like, cool.
Right.
Cool. You watching them too, but we'll talk later.
Yeah.
I don't, when I can watch Tommy Show, I don't go in there and try to broadcast Post Podium Podcast.
Thank you.
He don't come in here talking about his show. He's just talking. Because why? We're friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Yep.
You guys are friends. Well, not on his level. We're, but in 20 years, you might be.
Yep. You got to stick around that long.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we pride ourselves on. We want to invite you in to be yourself, and allowing you to do your thing. Please allow us to do our thing.
Again, well said. I can't add nothing to that. Bro, what a weekend.
Oh yeah.
What a weekend. So, there's always been this, impression of like really, really great things coming for the show and for everything that we're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, I want to say whatever happened with Friday's episode, thank you to everybody that's tuned in. I really appreciate the love that video has been getting. That one is blowing up. It's already at 1,300 views, which is the most.
Almost 1,000 the first day.
Which is, again, it's insane. It's insane. So I just wanted to take a second and thank everybody for that too, because, as Keys put it, what we do here is very near and dear to our heart. And when we're saying the things that we're saying, whether it's personal or football related or anything, it's all stuff that we share a passion in, or that we're just plain flat out passionate about. And what we don't try to do is we don't try to discourage people from being passionate here. If you disagree with us, our motto has always been, you can come here and tell us why you disagree, and hopefully you've got some sort of statistical, factual, hard evidence that you can show and prove to back up what you say, because that is a huge pet peeve for us. But again, I'm saying all that to say, with the culture that we've built here, it's feeling more like family than I thought it would. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I had hoped, but this has been the best ride of my life.
Yeah. In
terms of, people that I can hang out with, talk to on a regular basis. Most of you I've never even seen in real life, but I feel like you're kin to me. You know what I mean?
What other show you like? Somebody say something about Jamar Hamlin, they're like, Cinque, or,
we just know people,
Joey is like, we know Joey is 6'3" and can drink everybody under the table. We know these things. Yeah. That's what we pride ourselves on, because I'm going to bring it up later. That's it. Things like when we used to have the checkered curtains, and we looked at Roy, and, Roy said something that stuck forever till we changed the curtains.
Yep.
That's what's beautiful about this thing.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What's on the docket, bro? What you got? Anything good over the weekend?
Well, it's funny, Friday I wore my hat because I didn't have time in the day to grease or brush, or I just didn't care. Okay. It was my last day. No excuse. I didn't care. Okay. So Saturday.
You paid for it.
I did. No. Well, kind of.
Okay.
Saturday, Ken goes to grandma's house, and time to get ready, get yourself dressed. He comes out in these shorts. It's like swim trunks, I think. They were kind of tight, in a shirt.
So he had the hoochie that he's on.
Yes,
like Junie be wearing.
Ken is built for that. Everything he wears, he's going to be like that, because he's a solid kid. Like not fat at all. But Ken is like, when he gets bigger, it's gonna be a problem if he gets in that weight room. So he finishes touches with a do-rag and one of my fitted hats, ready to go outside.
Oh, yo, I know you got crushed for that. I
He
know
was
you
like,
got
what the
crushed
hell
for
is
that.
this?
Yeah.
What is this? He said, I want to look like dad. Like, mind you, now he walks around in basketball shorts and a tank top.
Yeah.
I don't know who else does that. And this little do-rag. I'm like, one day he was just playing the game. I said, the hell's going on? He said, what? I look cool, don't I, Dad? I'm like, no, you look like me.
Both can be true.
I guess.
Both can be true. It's okay. But wow, bro.
I was like,
Ain't nothing you can do about it now. That's in there.
I said, just take the do-rag off and put the hat on. You be all right. Just do that.
Yeah,
So I said today, I said, let me shave and do what I got to do to set this record back straight. He can't go out like that, neither can I.
I'm not even playing when I say this. I shaved this morning because I didn't want your mama getting mad at me for coming on the show sloppy. Like, I didn't even do a full shave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just kind of lined up the cheeks so that it looked neat enough.
Got to make it work.
She's never even once appeared on the show, and she's influenced us.
She's influenced the show in so many
ways.
different ways.
Yeah.
Every time I call her something new, I'm like, "What you got for me, Mom?" Well, I didn't listen to the whole show. Yeah, okay, Ma, I got you. I got to go back and listen to the beginning. Ma, what? I was outside doing stuff, but she'll listen to it eventually. But no, I mean, the weekend obviously was my last couple of days before having to go back to hell. But it was all right. I went a whole week without coffee.
You did?
A whole week. I had it this morning. I felt like I was back on the stuff. I was like, dang. I looked at it like I'm so embarrassed.
Wait. What time did you stay up till last night?
No, I took melatonin last night too.
Oh, so you got a full night's sleep?
No, it didn't work until about 2:00. But
okay, so 2:00 you went to bed.
I went to bed about 2:00 and I had to get up at the normal 7:30. And I looked at myself. I said, "Still here. Still, it wasn't a dream."
It's like your body knew. It's like, let me just already get in the mode. I'm not even gonna try to get extra sleep. I already know I'm gonna be tired tomorrow. Let me just be tired in general.
Yeah. And J Ham, he said, y'all getting be. What did he say here? Y'all getting too big to be looking sloppy. I'm like, Mama Keys looking out. That's your big cuz right there, J Ham. But yeah, no, I mean, it was a good week. Honestly, we didn't do jack that I was supposed to do. I wanted to go to a WNBA game last week. Didn't go. We did the fair, but outside of that, massive L outside of rest and relaxation.
Yeah.
That's all that mattered.
Yeah. One of the other cool things, so Ray's YouTube channel, he does a lot of human fall flat gameplay.
That's a good game, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's actually a good game.
I've played it a few times. I don't know how he figures out what he's supposed to do, but essentially you're this avatar that just falls from the sky onto this platform, and you have to roam around and figure out what you have to do to get to the next level. Yeah. And there's no directions. There's no arrows pointing you where you're supposed to go. You just walk around and do stuff until you figure it out. Right.
MacGyver. And
the climbing mechanics and all that kind of, it's all so weird. But what was really cool was seeing him get excited. One of his videos from a month ago is up to like 248 views now. Yes. And I'm sitting there celebrating. He's got another one that's over 100 views. So I was like, yo, just start posting consistently.
Yeah, I'm getting a notification. So I'm like, okay. Like gaming with Ray. What is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's moving and shaking now. And then so my daughter just started hers. So she's doing the gameplay thing a little bit differently. But I hope to be able to move this desktop to the house so that we can, start doing, so that I can start doing some gameplay stuff with her on her channel too, because she's got a lot of great ideas too. So I'm loving the entrepreneurial spirit that the children are.
My kid came up and said, "Dad, I'm hungry." That's all he got. Sampson said, "I know y'all lying. That game came across my timeline. That game is pointless." No, actually, for think about it like this. Have you seen? Well, you play a little bit, but Roblox, for instance.
Yes.
All my son does on there for 8 hours a day, 9 hours, 10 hours, whenever you tell him to turn it off, is run around punching people till they explode in little pieces and they come back together. See, the thing about a 9-year-old psyche, okay? So the human fall flat, at least it trains the brain to do stuff. And that's why I allowed Ken to start playing games in the beginning, because I'll tell you straight up, we family, his first game he ever played was Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, wow.
Now, Why? Because he was playing it and he pushed the button. He got happy running the car into the wall and things falling apart. So I'm like, why are you letting him play this? What are you doing? And then I go to work. I come back, and now I see him going down the street. Now I see him learning how to turn on the street. Now I see he's following that little purple line around. I'm like, wait a minute. Now he's shooting things. Now he's recovering online. 5 years old, saving his mom.
Yep.
Online. So I'm like, okay, it's teaching him dexterity. It's teaching him how to think, even though I don't really care for the game itself. It's teaching him, it's keeping his attention.
Problem solving skills.
Right, exactly. And
if they step to me, shoot them.
And now he's like, yeah, his mind is like, I got Roblox on my phone. Oh boy. Yeah, and that's the thing. But when it comes to that kind of thing, Call of Duties and things like that, he's doing missions at 9.
That's crazy.
So when people were saying, I don't let him talk, so he's got to be muted when he's not playing with somebody he knows. So when people are like, yo, this dude sucks. This dude is blind. Dude, he's 8. You're 20. He's killing you.
Right.
And they don't know it because he can't talk to him.
Right.
But the thing is, now you're hanging with the big dogs. And, as much as we were as kids, it's like he's up another level because this is electronic. This is almost coding. You got to put clothes on. You got to have a certain gear set to do this, that, and third. And that, like, I'm okay. I get it. So yeah, human fall flat. When I heard the name, I said, this is the dumbest name. I don't want to watch this. And I was like, wait, you got to push the train that way just so much to be able to jump from that ledge to that ledge to that ledge. Then get to that knob, which will open that. Okay, keep playing.
You know what's crazy about that is Ray started a little bit differently from the standpoint of, like, he wanted to play some of the games that I was playing, but I had to tone it down a lot too because I was playing Grand Theft Auto and all that kind of stuff, and I didn't want him picking up the language and stuff like that. So
Ken. Well, I think he knows the language.
Oh yeah, I forgot about DayZ. Okay, I promise you, I'm because you're a member, I'm gonna hop on. I'll let you know when I'm on. Do me a favor. I don't know if you are comfortable doing this, but I need your gamer tag so that I can add you on PS5.
Is he in Discord yet?
Yeah. Well,
okay, put in Discord.
Is he? I don't know
if he is, then put it there. If he's not, then get there and put it there.
Yeah. I mean, members get it anyway, but yeah, if you really want to, get to us for real, Discord is the way.
That's where, I mean, just disregard Dorothy. You be all right. No, I'm joking, Dorothy. I'm joking.
But so with Ray, and here's because I know there's like a contingent of people that are like, video games are terrible for certain video games, yes, right, but a lot of the games, like, I'll put it like this. So there's a few games that Ray put me onto where it's just okay, I got you. I got it.
I got him.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yep. So we got that saved. I'll add you tomorrow. I'll have time after work, so I'll add you tomorrow. But yeah, so there's this one game, Be a Lucky Block. I don't know if you ever heard of that. But Be a Lucky Block is basically you're gathering these Pokemon-like creatures and stuff, and you put them in your base, and they just make you money, a certain amount of money per second. But that's the point. Like, it's going and finding new ones and mining for new ones and putting them in your base and making money just so that you can spend the money that they make for you on more creatures or skins or like very irrelevant things. Like it. What I found is a lot of the games that are popular culture-wise nowadays are games that put you in this very restful mindset where you don't have to think. You don't have to stress. It's very low anxiety. It's almost too simplistic to well, I guess it's simplistic enough to kind of, engage you in a way that removes you from your problems, but not so simple that it's boring. You know what I'm saying? And there's a big difference between that kind of game and the other game we play, Rivals, or some of the other games that I see Ray play where he's going through obstacle courses and he's not just like, for me at 42, trying to go through an obstacle course on Roblox is like, okay, how far am I from this platform over there? All right, let me try to jump. Oh, no, I missed it. Okay, I got to go back. All right, now I got to remember how I got there. I got to remember the correct distance to jump and how hard I got to push the button to get there. And meanwhile, he's just zigzagging through everything with it without a care. Like, even if he dies, just boom, I died. Okay, and he's right. Like 3 seconds, he's right back to the same. So my point in bringing up the difference is a lot of the games that exist, you have to kind of, look at them and see what can be learned, because my son thinks at a much faster rate than I did when I was 9.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And his ability to process what he sees, what he reads, because he reads a lot of books and stuff like that too. And he'll be sitting there and just, Dad, what's 119 times 116?
I hate those questions.
And I'm just like, I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah.
And he'll give me the answer. Like, he just remembers this stuff. He's great with numbers.
Ken's like that too. Yeah, Ken loves numbers. So I think he gets it from his dad, but at the same time,
it's possible.
Because he sees me working with numbers all day. He's like, I got to do this in life. I got to do this, Dad. What you're doing, what I got to do is right for my life. I'm like, no, Ken, this is not your job. But yeah, no. So yeah, I mean, being a dad is fulfilling, and being able to watch kids. Because you remember when you were a kid, and the evolution of kid to now it's different. Because I remember when I used to play Sega, my dad was like, "How you know how to use these 3 buttons? These 3 buttons." We had one on Atari. We had one, and Pong had what was that game? Centipede had the little rolling ball.
Oh yeah,
that's it.
That used to drive me nuts, bro. There was no way to control that. Even when you stop it, your centipede still go. That's crazy. It's crazy that we know what that is.
I know, we're old. No, right. J-Ham, before you what's it called?
Chained Together? What's Chained Together?
I don't know, but there's a game. It's on PlayStation 5. I forget what it's called.
Let me look this up real quick.
But anyway.
What is Chained Together? I gotta Google this. If my Google
Jaws. Yep. Jaws. I remember that. That was another one of those, like, by today's standards, like, easy. But back then it's like, yo, it's gonna take me all day.
Oh yeah, Joust. Okay, what is it called again?
Chained Together.
It's better not be some gross, gory stuff. Okay, Chained Together. Oh, okay. Wow.
No, I know it's not. I think I know. I saw somebody play on YouTube. Yeah, I saw somebody play on YouTube. It was hilarious.
You're literally bound together by a physics simulated chain that wraps around structures, requiring precise coordination and communication. Oh God, that sounds like a nightmare.
It is. A person you play with don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and it's on Steam, which I like because
that's for gamers. That's gamer stuff.
Steam. Yeah, I've been getting into it lately. Again. I'm about to buy Madden on Steam and just play there. I think Madden on Steam is like $40.
Yeah, that's gamer level.
Meanwhile, on PS5 is like 70 almost. Yeah, I think it is 70, $69.99. But anyway, only because the franchise mode is so much better now with the this new engine that they got, where players can they can hold out and they can demand a trade.
They need to do that again. I remember you used to do that.
Yeah, but it's more extensive now. So like in contract talks, you gotta actually negotiate with the player, and they can lose patience during the negotiation and decide to opt out and all that kind of stuff. So
I like it. Yeah. We're still talking football, but video game version. So yeah, so where you want to go? Keyword. Yeah, I remember that. I mean, this is Major Magic Age Frogger. They got that in Dave and Buster. So Ken has played that. And Laura, I want to hear nothing about you because you got something called the Museum of Play in Rochester, which I'm very mad about.
I cannot wait until VR becomes a much bigger thing in like open world games. So there's this anime called Sword Art Online. And that is my dream scenario, is it not being caught in a VR simulation, and if I die in the game, I die in real life. That's not what I'm saying. Because that was the premise of the show. You were like,
that movie Stay Alive.
Right. If you die in the game, you're die done. In real life, right? But I'm saying, like, just the idea of being able to roam in an open world, as a character and wield swords and stuff, like that is so cool. I would love to do something like that. Our Ravens BFF is in the house. What's up, Pee-wee here? I'm here. Baltimore Bullies coming for NFL. Ravens will be #1 defense. Write it down. I said here before season started, I'll be reminding you weekly.
And Aaron, my mom reminded me to tell you our grandfathers were cousins. Just so you know, we're talking about insider. Our grandfather, me and Jonathan Ogden's grandfathers are cousins. That's how we're cousins.
Oh, I thought you meant
no, not him.
Oh,
we had a conversation in the chat about that, and we actually talked a lot about Ravens in the post show chat. So she told me you were wrong there, so fix it. Okay, I got you, Ma.
I thought they had Doom in VR. They don't have Doom in VR. I could be wrong. Yeah, I mean, the way the game plays, it's first person anyway. It seems like you're in there. All right. So yeah, what's on the docket, bro?
We did have. Let's see. Joey wants. He said, and what were we talking about the other day? That Brennan Bean being in Buffalo Bills has hired an outside company, the most money they can in a stadium company through Jerry Jones.
And what were we talking about the other day? The Brandon Bean. No. Okay, so I'll try to break this down quick because there might be some people that are like rolling their eyes. Oh, here we go again. Explain this whole so very, very quickly, Joey. So there's a book that let me see if I can find the name of the book because that's important too. Now I'm getting called out for not putting my sources out there so that people can go and find them and fact check me.
Yeah, you put your sources out there just like Jeremy White and get it sent to the troll farmer guy, and then look at his name. Now he's being on the defensive this morning.
Okay, so the book he wrote is called Turf Wars. It's by DeMaurice Smith, he was the former executive director of the NFL Players Association. He led the union for 14 years. And in this book, he talks about a smaller sect of the ownership group, all 32 NFL owners. Within that group of 32 NFL owners, there's about 12 that all meet regularly or hang out with Jerry Jones. And Terry Pegula's name is in that group of people that commune with regularly Jerry Jones. And I had made the connection a couple of months ago with the way that they both do business and how a lot of the business decisions, a lot of the marketing designs, a lot of the strategies that they employ when it comes to growing the brand of the Buffalo Bills is very similar to a lot of the things that we've seen Jerry Jones do. And if you look at if you read the book and you look at all the other owners that are connected in that circle with Jerry Jones, the business model is the same. And in this, there's another book that even credits Jerry Jones for, kind of the new age NFL with, the free agency stuff that's gone on and just a lot of the cultural things within the NFL. A lot of that stuff gets attributed to Jerry Jones's way of doing business and building his brand. And so it's not unheard of or even unfounded from a factual basis that Jerry Jones has heavily impacted the NFL in general. The Cowboys are the number one brand in all of sports in the world. So I'm saying all that to say, that's the connection between the marketing stuff that Brandon Bean has been doing, the way they've been spending money, the way that they're making money from the city through the subsidized monies and all that kind of stuff. It's in line with a lot of stuff that we saw Jerry Jones do.
Hey, sorry, no, you're good. You're good. JM, I hope it's technical and nothing more serious. So if it is serious, he said, I'm hearing not that good right now though. Hope it's technical. Or you got to work and they're bothering you. I don't know, but hope whatever it is gets a little better.
Let us know if there's something you got to talk about, bro.
Yeah,
we in a Discord chat for a reason.
Brother. Yeah. Rory said Mad 95, the last one I played. Yep, when they caught everything like this.
The unbeatable spin move in that game, bro.
When they caught everybody like this.
You could do a kickoff and literally just spam the circle button and just spin your whole way through all the way to the. Huh?
You said circle. It was the B button.
Oh, the C. Oh, Mad 95. I'm sorry. The C button. It was the C button. My bad. You're right. I said circle.
What's the circle button in 95? What are we talking about? Somebody had money because I still had a Genesis. No.
Yeah. No.
Let's see. So Daquan said, what's the deal, y'all? Does anybody feel better about Brady Bunch after 2 season games? No, I mean, I didn't feel bad or better. Honestly, we're gonna talk a lot about the game or about components of the game. But no, I wasn't in despair at all. I just, despite what we went through on Friday, it is what it is. I got a chance to evaluate some players I wanted to evaluate, and we'll probably go through ad nauseum. I didn't really put them in a arrow up, arrow down type scenario, but I have a couple I'm touching on. But yeah,
he was responding to D. That's what it was.
Gotcha.
He said, "Madden, I'm fine." Come on, guys, calm down.
I'm gonna say, you see how we get on this show? I'm gonna drive to you wherever you are. I don't even know where you live.
Okay, so real quick, so to answer that before we move on,
that's got to be quick. That segues into the game, and we can
that's true.
We can segue it, then stop, then segue back. However you want to do this, we'll talk about it.
Okay. All right. So for me, yes, actually, I do like what I'm seeing, and I am encouraged by what I'm seeing. As far as offensive play calls, the design of the offensive plays. Obviously, there's not a ton of scheme involved in this stuff because there's not a lot of chipping or any of that kind of stuff going on. So it's not the offense isn't attacking a specific area of the field or a specific position group on the defense or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But just the general execution of plays, how easy it looks for Shane Buechele and for Kyle Allen to execute the plays. That tells me a lot about the quality of the playbook, the quality of the play design. And I think I was pretty confident that that's what we were going to get by hiring Pete Carmichael, is he would be the element that could take Joe Brady's play style, play design, play calling to the next level. Well, maybe not play calling because Pete Carmichael's notoriously a bad play caller. But play design, scheme, game plan, all that kind of stuff, Pete Carmichael is one of the best in the business, bar none. And for him to add that expertise to, all of the things that Joe Brady already does well, seeing it all, this offense didn't look this smooth under Daboll. And I'm thinking back to preseason. I'm thinking back to it was feast or famine in that offense. And I think when Diggs got here, it was way more feast and famine, but we had no run game. We had nothing to bootleg off of. We had nothing to lure linebackers in. It was just, we're just going to air raid you to death because we have too many great weapons on the outside. So yeah, 100%. And I actually have some more in-depth backing behind this that I'll go into, but I'll save that for a little bit later in the show to kind of support me, being this encouraged by the offense.
I can respect it. Like I said, I'm not going to get too high or too low. This is why, because we've seen the Bills have what do you call it? Club Marv or whatever it was, Vacation Island Marv, Club Marv, I think it was in preseason when they were really good, where they just didn't care about winning. They just wanted to evaluate everybody. Then we've seen, teams that had people excited about Trent Edwards because Edwards is airing it out in the preseason. He's getting 230 yards. We're doing it now. He told y'all he could do it. And then what happened in the regular season? Now, I looked at the numbers from 2019 to present. Our passing average depth of target is always a yard or two higher in the preseason. Our passing completion percentage is always higher. So I'm sitting here, I'm reserving yards per attempt higher. I'm sitting here reserving the right to say, for somebody to say I told you so, because I'm not going to poop on people's cornflakes. I'm not, but I'm also looking at, like you said, there's not a game plan. There's not this, there's not that. Kyle Allen, everybody, I was so wrong about Kyle Allen. Okay.
As far as how good you thought it would be.
Well, I didn't say this, but this is what people were saying.
I wouldn't go that far.
They're over the moon. Buechele and Allen, I was wrong about training camp. Relax.
Well, that's part of why I'm attributing that, the success that we're seeing to the offense, because if it's making them look this good, then the offense has to be pretty good at the very least.
Well, that, and Kyle Allen historically is about 70% of preseason. So
yeah, and I think he was on set. Well, I think in preseason generally he's over 80%, isn't he? so far?
Well, no, he had one season of 52% in Carolina in 2019. He had 86% last year. I'm sorry, this year 86%, 80% last year in Detroit, 71% in Pittsburgh, and then 73% in Houston. So I mean, this is whatever. But then you look at, I mean, it's cool. It's fun. You know, if you look at his numbers in preseason last year, he's 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Oh, he's pressuring Jared Goff. But no, because what happens is what makes Josh Allen. Yeah, I saw people. Well, I've seen people say, you know, if Josh goes down, Cal might be all right. There's a reason why Cal's been on so many teams so far. Yeah. And it's a good showing because what happens is we saw on Saturday a guy who said, I'm actually at this point in my career more of a practice squad player. And Trent Sherfield looking like what? He looked like he belonged on Saturday. He was carving that defense up. Like, where's this dude been? Oh, we had him before. We talked about how he dropped 2 passes in the Kansas City Chiefs game before. Oh, man.
Macklin?
No, Sherfield.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because Sherfield was going crazy.
He put some weight on, though.
Yeah.
He bulked up.
Yeah. He was never small.
No,
that was one thing about him. He was
it's
a different. It's different. You can see it.
He's a lot closer to Anquan Bolden now than he was.
Yeah, you can see it in there.
Yeah, buddy.
And, you know, but you know, when I'm looking at them, I'm like, all right, man, we got Sherfield, we got this. And my man wants to talk about, and we are going to talk about Sampson said Sherfield, NFL wide receiver, wasn't it? I know. But what I'm saying is Sherfield said out of his own mouth at this point in his career, he looks at himself more as a practice squad player.
Wow. He
said this in an interview. You can look it up. But
I mean, they make a good living. A lot of these practice squad players still making.
I'm sorry, not special teams.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well, he's still making 6 figures a year then.
Yes,
easily
7.
God.
Yeah, because you got to remember, you got to get the vet minimum is like 1.7 mil. So if he's on the regular, or he's on the 53, that's a vet min contract. So yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Sean, that's what I meant. I got it just before you did. I got in just before you typed it. I caught myself. But no, you know, when you see guys like that going off, you got McCole Hardman with the 2 drops he had. It's like, okay. Then my man wanted to talk about Damari Macklin, which I'm sure you got something on as well. But this is for you, buddy, because you just text me. Are y'all really talking about Durag? Just relax, okay? You're not absolved from the intro. Anyway, now he claims that Macklin has to make the 53 based on the 2 40-yard catches, which one was 37 and one was 71. He claims that Macklin has to make it because he's fast. Now, Macklin is 5'10", 185 pounds, ran a 4.5 40. Okay, so he's not blazing fast. He's just quick, which turns to fast.
Yeah.
But when you're playing against those number ones, that ain't gonna happen.
Different story.
It's a whole different story. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta kind of, and these were the Browns also. I didn't know that their starting edge popped his Achilles. He tore his Achilles in the joint practice.
Oh
yeah, I forgot his name, but he
saw the video.
Yeah, he was going against Spencer Brown and his Achilles is ruptured. So
sheesh. Yeah,
so I even saw Bills fans say, prayers up, blah blah blah. But yeah. So I mean, I'm sitting here like, just you see that thing next to the clutch? Pump that thing. It's a rectangle. It's a break. Hold on. But no, there were good things I saw there, and I definitely want to get into some of the good things I saw. But I know you got stuff as well. What you got?
Let me see. What do I have? So just a question.
Yes, sir.
Based on what you've seen, and I know how you feel about the preseason, but just
that's fine. I humor it.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Do you think the design of the offense has shown you enough execution from Kyle Allen and Shane Buechele and even Josh Allen when the starters have played? Mm-hmm. Has this offense, and I just mean, play design, mm-hmm. has it shown you enough to believe that with scheme added onto it, with all of the starters playing in it, do you think it kind of meets that competition level of the Spagnuolo defense, of the defense that you'll face week 1, of some of these really, really good talented units or really good, schemes that we're going to face?
This is where I'm with this. And this actually transcends preseason to regular season too. Mm-hmm. I need to see them do that when they get punched in the mouth.
So not necessarily beginning of the game executing like that.
Right. If you get punched in the mouth,
through.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, because you think about it. I'm one of the guys that says that Joe Brady wasn't bent over McDermott's knee. I'm one of the guys that says Joe Brady was in control of what McDermott asked of him out of the offense, and he couldn't perform it. Fine, whatever. But in that, the scheming of open guys, the scheming of that we're seeing now, you have to be. I would have liked to have seen the scheming within the construct that McDermott put on them. I'm sure McDermott didn't say bunch everybody together and just throw the ball to somebody. Everybody said he didn't say that. So McDermott had all of his words. He had all this, but now I need to see Joe Brady not revert back to him saying in the press conference, the offense was me last year. That was my offense. I ran that, because what I'm seeing now was like, all right, cool. It's working. It's humming. Everybody's open, spacing. You got guys like Sherfield getting after it. You got guys like Macklin getting after it. You got Palmer looking all right. Keon Coleman's finding his niche. And then you revert back to a form of what we had last year. I don't want that. So if you're telling me what we saw these last 2 weeks of these preseason games is what we're going to see in the regular season, I don't care if it doesn't prove to be as effective as it is right now. I just need to see that, because that's going to breed effectiveness once Josh gets comfortable in it, because Josh is smart enough to dissect the defense if he's allowed weapons. And that also will allow us to not use the thing that says we need more wide receivers. We need more of this. We need more, because I always believe we had it. But I just think for whatever reason, it just didn't work. And people are going to say what I just said. They're going to go back to that. But there still was an offensive coordinator that got the job based on the offense that he ran last year. And I need to see the evolution into what we're seeing now. And I don't know enough about Carmichael to say what he is and what he isn't doing. But I do know that what we saw on Saturday could be fun to watch this year. When you have DJ Moore out there, when you have James Cook out there, when you have Palmer / Coleman, who am I missing? Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid. When you have those guys out there and you see that same iteration with a better offensive line, we're cooking. We're cooking.
Yeah, it's tough, because if I go with what I'm feeling about it, people are going to tell me just calm down, just relax.
Mm-hmm. I promise I won't. I'll even turn the chat off while you do it.
I'm gonna need that. I seem to stir a lot of emotions in people. But I'm gonna just say, I think seeing how Kyle Allen and Shane Buechele operate this offense, knowing what Josh Allen has in him, the capability, seeing how these weapons have been used with no scheme at all, there are a lot of good things that they're doing with the players that they have. And I think I'm kind of conflating, what we've seen in practice, what we've seen in games, and things that we've heard from OTAs all the way up to training camp and all that kind of stuff, right? So it's a combination of everything that's giving me this impression now. But I guess the landing point here for me is I'm extrapolating what I'm seeing, and I'm saying, okay, if they can sustain the level that they've had, from training camp to what we've seen in the games, if they can extrapolate that and continue to grow throughout the season, I could easily see this team winning at least 12 games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And again, this is coming from somebody who, as soon as we looked at the schedule, I'm like, 9 wins. You know what I mean? And that was based off of just the talent we had in house. That's not including knowing what the offensive, play calls were going to be like, or the play designs, or the scheme, or anything like that. I didn't know any of that stuff at that point in time. But seeing it now, it's like, okay, there's one issue I have. Just one. Mm-hmm. Do the Bills need Dalton Kincaid? Do they need him? Let's remove the emotion from it, and let's think about the formations that they like to play. They like the 12. They like 13. They brought 13 out last year. It was a great formation and worked extremely well in the run game, especially. They did a lot of nice stuff off of that, some play action, some bootlegs, and Jackson Hawes was able to make some really big time plays out of that formation. But I guess I'm looking at the talent we have at wide receiver, the focus that we need to have on the running game, and how if I put Knox and Hawes on the field in the 12 formation, I can trust both guys to catch the ball. Yeah, they may not be Dalton Kincaid from the standpoint of being a matchup nightmare when he's healthy. And I'm being facetious when I say matchup nightmare because that's the hype around him, but we still have not seen that out of him.
Yeah, see, my pushback on that, and not what you're saying, my pushback is what did Mike McDaniel do? He used to scheme matchups.
Yeah.
So, in theory, if Keon's not your starter, can he not be your big slot in place of that tight end that can block? That still gives you the danger of a receiver on a linebacker that can block and is willing to block for James Cook to take it to the distance. I mean, these are the things that rigid minds, and I don't mean that insultingly, don't think about or don't want to do because it just doesn't make sense. It's abstract, but when you're in a position like this, when you have a Josh Allen, when you have a James Cook, when you have all these things that other teams are DJ Moore now, all these things that defense got to account for, you can get away with the ancillary pieces and interchanging them based on their skill sets. And that's why I like where you're going with this with regards to Knox and Hawes, because Knox is, obviously my favorite tight end on the team. Dorothy knows this too. But I do think Hawes is he's definitely good enough to be what we wanted, not a Knox. At the very least, at the floor, he's Knox.
Yeah.
And I think Knox at the floor is Knox. But I think people need to examine it and really sit back and like you say, you're moving the emotion to say, what can we do with these guys?
Yeah. When I think about the hype around Kincaid and what he actually is, what Kincaid actually is reminds me a lot of Terrell Bernard. And what's unfortunate about that comparison is Terrell Bernard is now going to be in a system that better accentuates his skill set than the one he was in. Right. So can we look at all the injuries and stuff that he was enduring in Sean McDermott's system and say, well, a lot of that's probably him playing out of position? Yeah. Right. It's one of the things that I've been crying about this whole time. You got this guy playing what's supposed to be a heavier or at least bigger build type of linebacker position in the middle of that field. And that's not his wheelhouse. What he's going to be doing now, being able to dance around the line, being able to attack freely, being able to just be a guy who diagnoses and makes plays without having to take on every single block in the world. That's way more to his benefit than the position that Dalton Kincaid has been in, where we have a top, I don't care, I'm just going to say it. We have a top 5 running back in the NFL. I think he's going to perform even better now that our passing game is about to explode. So I think we have a top 5 running back in the NFL right now. I think we have a passing game that can survive without him. But the knock on Kincaid isn't can he or can't he make plays. It's does he fit what the Bills do best, right? We've seen the Bills being able to go air raid without a tight end and be just fine. We've seen the Bills go heavy run without a receiving tight end and be just fine. I think trying to force Kincaid into this role of being a playmaker on this offense may be doing him a disservice now. Maybe he needs to be in an offense, similar to what the Falcons have been doing with Kyle Pitts, where he's more split out wide and running downfield and doing some of the stuff that Travis Kelce does. You know what I mean? Like, that's more of what Kincaid needs. And I don't know if there's enough space for that in the playbook right now.
Right.
And the other part of that becomes, okay, well, what if you could do that for him? What if you could put that stuff in the playbook? My response to that would be, what does that do for the rest of the playbook and the other guys on offense? If you're going to dedicate specific packages just for Kincaid to be on the field, is it worth it?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Kincaid is not the athlete of Dawson Knox. So putting him at wide receiver at 4.7, tough. You get him matched up with a really small cornerback. Like a I don't want to say this, but I will, like a Max Harrison or something like that on another team. It could work, and I'm not saying Max Harrison wouldn't rise to the occasion and do everything he could to work a play up. I'm just saying that would be an advantageous thing for him to use his body to box out the smaller guys.
Yeah.
Whereas, we're looking at this, and we're talking about athletes and spreading the field, but you forget your original tight end ran a 4.5. He's the lead. He's the team's leader in touchdowns by a tight end, and this has all been done with 118 targets in the last 3 years. He has a 69% catch percentage in the last 3 years, and I run 3 years because I'm trying to extrapolate that against other guys like Kincaid who've been in the league.
Yeah.
We had this conversation. That's why I kind of had these numbers handy. We had this conversation in the Discord earlier that everything's got to be thrown perfectly to him, which is not true. It can't be true. 7 drops in 3 years is
right.
That's higher, but it's not ridiculous. And so, I mean, if you're talking about the big moment plays where you can name, yeah, okay, but we can say that about Dalton Kincaid too. In the playoff game, he dropped the ball. Stephon Diggs dropped the ball. Sherfield dropped the ball. We have a million of these things. But what about guys that make plays when you need to? What about, we're going back to Knox running people over, Knox fighting for extra yardage, Knox being a tough blocker, all these things that we need out of a tight end that you usually try to get, 2 or 3 tight ends for. And he can do these different things. He's got various facets to his game that they haven't asked him to do yet.
Yeah. Let us know what you think about this whole Dalton Kincaid thing. I mean, I don't want to tell people who love the guy and love the player to just dismiss him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm always in this mindset of how can we make everything more efficient? How can we optimize? I'm always trying to optimize. And if you're in the NFL, you're trying to optimize too. You know what I mean? But if we're going to be real and we're going to be objective, we do have to understand the Bills can't just drop him.
No.
You know what I mean?
No,
but they could trade him.
Yeah.
They could absolutely trade him. And so, I guess the question becomes from there, do you really want to have a debate about whether or not you think the Bills would trade Dalton Kincaid when they've invested a first-round pick in them and they have all this hype around what they keep saying they believe he can do if he can just stay healthy? Like, can I just be the Lions and drop Sam Laporta and pick up the other guy they got now who's basically just as good, if not better? You know what I mean? Like, right. Can I do that? Can I be that team for once, please? Can I just let a guy that everybody thinks is good go and say, you know what, we know more about him than you do, right, and maybe just trust us, and then actually back it up by doing something better? Just a smidge. I just want that a little bit.
Let's see. Daquan asks, I hope you're still here. I have these things pinned up for us. The question is for everybody. Who do you want to make the team at this point? I know one. And Sinke's not going to be happy, but he knows my answer. What you got?
Who's your guy?
Geno Stone. Oh, my God. Geno Stone can't make
the guy with the porn star name? Of course. I saw that last night in the Discord chat. Somebody said Geno Stone was a porn star name.
It was Joe from Queens on Talking Buffalo said.
Oh, okay.
It stuck with me. I'm like what? No, I can't unhear
that. Okay. Just brace yourselves, people. I gotta say this for everything I say now. Otherwise, fire will rain from the sky. This is crazy. All right, brace yourself, people. But to be quite honest, I'm good if Ray Davis gets cut. I'm 1,000% good if Ray. And here's what's crazy about that. I do remember watching Frank Gore Jr. This preseason and thinking he's gotten better. Yeah. Absolutely, got especially last play, the Cleveland game, seeing a couple of cuts he made where he took one guy straight out of his shoes. Yeah. Like, Okay, he wasn't doing that the year before.
If I gotta admit it, you do too.
Right,
You do
right.
too.
And I'm not a Frank Gore Jr. I was not a Frank Gore Jr. guy. Like I was like, why is he on the team?
I ain't like him because of his dad coming to take a shady spot. So he was already damned.
That's a good point.
But now I gotta sit here like, you know what, this dude ain't.
But if you're telling me right now that my running back room can be James Cook,
No, I'm gonna pin it. I'll get to it. Don't worry.
Okay. James Cook, Ty Johnson, right?
Yep.
Ty Johnson, and then Ian Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it. And then Frank Gore Jr., I mean, if somebody plucks him off the practice squad, so be it. But he's been developing. Just let him keep doing that and keep him on the practice squad. And now you got 4 guys that you can develop and rely on. And here's the thing with me and Ian Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
On tape, he looks faster than Ray Davis. He looks shiftier than Ray Davis. He can catch better than Ray Davis can.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a much more athletic and natural flow to his game and the way that he runs and the way that he reads his blocks. I kid you not. He looks like a rookie version of James Cook watching him. And I know he's not, well,
he was UFL MVP at UFL Bowl just this past year.
And that makes sense.
Yeah,
I could see that.
So I'll give you that. Yeah.
So my thought is I'm trying to put as many of the best playmakers as I can on the field. And watching Ray Davis, kind of try to shake and shimmy his way through the offensive line, he's just not as fleet of foot to do the things that we need in that zone scheme. Mm-hmm. He's not nimble enough. If we were playing a power scheme or something like that, which we've seen him execute greatly in, sure, but that's not what we run. Our best running back doesn't run that.
Yeah,
we run stretch, we run zone, we run. What's the other one that we run? I forget the name of it.
What,
now. Duo? Yeah, we run duo.
You can't forget that.
I know. But it's one of those things where it just doesn't feel like a good fit to me. So to answer that question, Ray Davis is one of those guys I do not want to see on the team.
Yeah, see SDB, and that's what I was thinking about. SDB said bring back Motor. To me, Ray Davis was an upgraded Motor Singletary to me. That's the way I look at him. Okay. So when people really wanted Ray Davis,
Singletary was shiftier though.
He was really shifty.
Yeah, he could cut.
But he was at that low center of gravity.
Yes.
So I think when they see him, they're like, okay, we did this with Singletary. But if we get a guy who's a little shiftier, a little faster, oh yeah, we cook him with grease. So when we went on Rico's show way back when now, and he tried to give us the business about Ray Davis, I'm like, but we're trying to move away from the Singletary. We're trying to move to like now, and I didn't even know, it's like I didn't know James Cook was gonna be allowed to be James Cook. Yeah. But I'm like, that's the kind of running back I want.
Yeah.
The kind of hit a hole and get out of here.
Yep.
And so now when people look at James Cook, they're like, oh, that's what Key was looking for. Yes, that's what I'm looking for in a running back, a bell cow, if you will, a number one, I'll say. So I think Ray Davis serves a purpose. But to your point, yeah, from what we've seen with regards to even both, you did, and I tried not to insult him. I tried. It might not have come out that way, but I tried not to. Where if you're looking for somebody that's an upgraded version on what worked in the system that we ran before, then yeah, I get Ray Davis. But we've evolved since then. We've evolved.
Yeah, I think this is where I'm coming from right here.
Yep.
Thank you, Sean. Ray Davis is a power back that we don't use in power back situations because we have Josh. If that's the case, it's another Dalton Kincaid argument. Do you really need him? You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have James Cook light than have Ray Davis.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just me.
I mean that works. But see, that's the thing with Josh. That's why I like Trubisky when we had him, because if you're gonna run Josh's offense and he goes down, Trubisky to me was a poor man's version who could run that offense.
That's a good point.
Now, if you got James Cook who goes down, Ray Davis doesn't give you that. Ty Johnson don't give you that. Frank Gore don't give you that. Ian Wheeler still doesn't give you that, but he gives you something. So, that's the James Cook light, the Josh Allen experience. Those are the lights that I'm talking about.
So
Kev Hart, he said also don't forget to lose D Stone.
Wait, D Stone?
G Stone?
Yeah, I think he's talking about G Stone.
I'll call him Dino. I don't care. He's just got to go.
Daquan says Bosa was considered injury prone, but was fine last year. We did not have enough talent to spell them, though. We have more than enough now. Kincaid and Bernard are both due for a healthy year. I hope you're right, bro. I really do. And if it was all about the optimism and the hope, then sure, that's all we would talk about. But we are an unbiased and objective show. So I gotta include both aspects of the conversation. And the history tells us that they haven't been that to a large degree. So is there a possibility that they can? 1,000%. They absolutely can. What's the likelihood of that? It's not that great. But the purpose of so the good book calls it hoping above all hope, right? And that's basically, what it's basically saying, whatever the circumstances are, I'm going to choose to be optimistic and hope anyway, right? Which is fine. If you want to do that, do it. I'm with you. Anyway, interestingly enough, there's an article right now on what is this? This is WIVB.com. John Murphy of all people.
Oh boy.
John Murphy,
my favorite,
is saying the Bills' new coaching staff is not ready for the Super Bowl. Is that I mean, when the hire first happened, okay, sure. I understand that's the sentiment. That I think there were a lot of people that were like, Josh is 30, blah, blah, blah. And that's basically what John Murphy is saying in this article. But this article is from August 24th, 2026.
John Murphy is older Sean McDermott's defense. Okay, so let's not. John Murphy. Oh, God. That was the demise.
John Murphy knows ball.
I guess so, because he's been in the box. We had to listen to him for years. John Murphy, sure. I mean, I respect him for what he is in Buffalo. He's an institution. Blah blah blah. All the credit goes to you. Whatever. Anyway, moving on. John Murphy talking about
off my lawn, guy.
This defense is like, I mean, based on what? Joe Brady's. Yes, I'm gonna glaze some guys right now. You ready? Laura, for the ball washing? Joe Brady brings in.
Oh wow!
This ain't my phrase. This is Joe from Queens.
Oh,
people know that.
Gotcha.
So I didn't bring it up, but when I'm talking about Joe Brady and his new crew, Jay Valais and people like that are up and comers, Jim Leonard even, that people are now worried about his defense for whatever the hell reason. I don't know. What did you expect in a game where they're not scheming? Okay, this is why preseason gets on my freaking nerves, because from 2 games, people are telling me these guys are not going to make it to the league. These guys are not going to make it to the Super Bowl. Their guys are going to go 9-8. I saw that. The Bills are going 9-8. Based on what? So John Murphy, after 2 weeks of pro football, can tell me that this team is not going to make it to the Super Bowl based on this is a whole new regime. This is a whole new regime. I know you're gonna go to it, but I'm ranting right now. So why play the season? We know how the outcome already. We already know what Joe Brady is as the head coach. We know what Pete Carmichael is under Joe Brady. We know what Jim Leonard is as a defensive coordinator. We've never seen it before. We know what John Fox with Jim Leonard is going to produce. We know what CD Johnson, what he's going to do. We know Cole Bishop's going to be great. I mean, what are we doing? It's based on nothing. Based on nothing. I need to write an article. I have to write it now. Let me pull some out my butt. Could proceed.
He did write it at 12:55. It's on his lunch break.
1 o'clock.
It's on his lunch break. He had to hurry up and get it done before he had his roast beef sandwich. It's like dipping it in the ERB sauce and trying to hurry up and type with one other hand.
I just see him sitting there writing an article. His roast beef sandwich, he forgot he had to write, and he's got, snap. He's got all the crumbs and stuff. He's crazy.
It's the visual that kills you every time. So John Murphy says at age 36, he's the youngest coach in the NFL, the second youngest in Bills history to Joe Collier.
Wow, he did research. Okay.
Yeah. So in the 30 minutes it took to come up with this story. Although Sean McVay won a Super Bowl as a 36-year-old, he was head coach of the Rams for 5 seasons before he won it, which leads to the most important point about Brady's background. He has little experience. 2 coaches in their first year of as a head coach have won Super Bowls. Don McCafferty with the Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl 5, and George Seifert of Super Bowl 24 champion 49ers. In Seifert's case, he inherited a Super Bowl champion from Bill Walsh the year before. In both cases, both McCafferty and Seifert had at least a decade of the staffs of their teams before becoming head coach.
That's cute. That's cute. Hope he got paid handsomely for that. Whatever. I mean, like, why play the game then? Why bother? Why did they hire Joe Brady? They hired Joe Brady because they thought he could get this team where? Over the hump. What's the hump? Not getting to the Super Bowl. That's the hump. Now, if they didn't think that they could get a 30-year-old quarterback over the hump with this iteration of staff, they would not have hired him. I don't think they would have. And this is me being uncharacteristic as hell, giving them mad credit, because I think that they feel, and if they feel, they're going to give him backing. They're going to give him the tools that he needs. As long as he shuts up and is aligned, and they put the ball down, like he said on Saturday, they'll be fine. So sitting here today on August 24, 2026, I am not prepared to say the Bills are not going to make the Super Bowl. That's crazy to me.
I'm looking up the coordinator in Washington that just give me 2 seconds here.
You got him.
Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay worked for. And I like, the name escapes me, but if anybody can get me that name before I finish here on Google,
Washington.
I will give you $2 imaginary dollars. Yes. Okay. His name was, no, not Mike Shanahan. There was another. It was Rivera? Jay something.
Gruden.
Yeah, it was Jay Gruden. Yeah, Jay. I'm pretty sure that was it. Jay Gruden was the. Wait. It's actually offense coordinator. Sean McVay worked on his assistant. Both of them worked under head coach. Oh, okay. I didn't know Mike Shanahan was the head coach there. I thought it was Jay Gruden that was the guy there. Okay, I got that wrong then. So Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator. I thought they both. Is it me? Like, am I tripping? I thought Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay worked together under another offensive guy.
They ain't work in Buffalo. I don't know.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. They didn't work here, so I have no idea.
We'll skip through that. I should have did the research beforehand, but the idea of this point just came to me, so I was trying to see if I can pull it up really quick. But my reason for researching this and the point that I want to make is this: when you think about where Joe Brady is right now with Pete Carmichael and some of the other offensive staff that he's assembled, he is essentially setting himself up as the Kyle Shanahan type of guy. He learned offense from Sean Payton. So it's not like he studied up under a bum, or he created this offense from his left butt cheek. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gotten the good info from a guy who's still doing it at a high level and was just in an AFC Championship game last year. So he's got the chops, right? He's got the offensive chops, but you do need a good staff in order to be able to execute at a high level, right? And one of the things that we've seen from Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay is they continue to assemble great staffs up under them that can help them with offensive scheming, offensive game plans, play design, all that kind of stuff. So if Joe Brady has that kind of team under him right now, or at the very least, he's confident that he has that kind of team under him right now, what's to say he can't become a Sean McVay or a Kyle Shanahan or one of those guys because of the guys under him? And here's the kicker. This is why I was looking all this stuff up in the first place. If you look at the coaches that came out of Sean McVay's tree and the guys that came out of Kyle Shanahan's tree, the first 2 to 3 guys that came out of those systems are still prominent coaches in the NFL right now, right? Kevin Stefanski came out of Kyle Shanahan's system, right? So he's now the head coach in Atlanta. He was the head coach in Cleveland for years and was I think he was the only coach to get them to, what was that, an AFC championship they got to, or was it a divisional round?
What was this?
With Baker Mayfield, Kevin Stefanski and the Browns. Did they get to an AFC championship game? No. Okay, so it was divisional round. They almost got there, though. I think they just lost on like the last play or something like that. That would have taken them into the AFC championship.
But it's the Browns, so
yeah.
By virtue of that, it's the Super Bowl.
Right. And that's kind of my point, right? So that just speaks to Kevin Stefanski's abilities as a head coach. All of this is to support my initial point of we don't know who's up under Joe Brady right now to be saying whether or not, like, we're literally putting all of this on Joe Brady's shoulders alone. But even the greats, the Sean McVay, the Kyle, they've had great coaches underneath them that have helped them, guys who have been a part of the reason why their play design is so good. And seeing the difference between the offense just in preseason this year and the offense in preseason last year,
right.
Major difference. And the one big difference that we know between last year and this year is who? Pete Carmichael. Well, who knows how many other coaches he's got up under him that are, that have either been with Carmichael for a while or have learned up under other coaches that can help, develop better. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of want to dial back the hard stance, I guess, of Joe Brady can't do it. I don't think I've ever said Joe Brady can't do it. And if I did, I apologize. But
I mean, most I've said is I'm mad they didn't go elsewhere. That's the most I've said.
Yeah,
and I don't think that there's anything right now that says that we're screwed.
Right. I think my criticism has always been there were better guys available. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that is irrespective of whoever Joe Brady puts under him. It's more the mindset of the guy you put at the top usually dictates how good the rest of the guys are. You know what I'm saying? But again, on this show, I'm always happy to be proven wrong because that means I either learn something new or something great happens. You know what I'm saying? Right. One of the two, and both of them are good for me. So, that's my response to John Murphy. This isn't bash John Murphy, platform for us.
I did it. It's fine. I did it. I'll take that. When I see him and he punches me in the stomach, then hey, I earned it. I don't care.
Oh God, that was about to be really bad. I forgot we were in front of a camera. And I okay. Sorry.
Gross.
Let's move on.
We almost had to bleach you a year or so ago. Push the button, but only like 13 people would have saw it, so it's okay. No, let's see. J Ham said, "Are you guys changing your mind on McD having his hand in the offense last year? Or do you still think the same?" Oh no, I the way I look at it, and I've said it before, I think he's had his hand in every component of the team because he's a head coach. He's supposed to. So I mean, to say he didn't would be ignorant to me, and to say Joe Brady doesn't know what the defense is doing is ignorant to me as well. I think Joe Brady has very much a clue and an idea, and has signed off on what he likes and what he doesn't want to see. That's why Chan Gilly got fired years ago. Offense was humming with nobodies. But they asked him about the defense. He said, I don't know about defense. Yeah. All I know about is this. And they're like, the hell is this guy? Get him out of here. And then we got whoever was next, Marone or somebody like that. But so no, I'm not changing my mind because I'm not ignorant to the fact that McDermott definitely had his hands in the offense, and that's what he's supposed to do. Daquan, I don't know if you want to tackle this. Daquan said, both of you are well-versed in Buffalo's schemes and players. If you're impressed, how do you think Houston feels? I think Houston is looking at how they're going to dissect us. I think honestly, that's what what's the coach's name? Houston coach.
DeMeco Ryans.
Yeah. He's licking his chops like what I did last year, I plan on doing again. I mean, right or wrong, that's what he is saying. He's got the best of us on tape. He's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it again because I got two guys that I can just rush head up against Deion Dawkins, Spencer Brown, and beat them.
Oh yeah.
In his mind, that's what he's saying. I'm not saying that, but then he's thinking about his back five. He's thinking about his linebacker. He's like, I can get these guys, but he's also looking at, history. He's got guys looking at what Joe Brady's tendencies were and what Joe Brady's his alignments were. And he's like, okay, when I see this look, this is what I'm going to do. He doesn't care about this preseason game on Saturday, whatever it is. He's already thinking about week one. His evaluators are making an evaluation. They run it by him. He might need to look a little film to solidify his 53, but he's on the week one already. So
yeah, I'll say this, and there's no juice in this cup here. Just bear with me a second.
But there's some gin in there though.
I wish. The Houston Texans, if I'm not mistaken, don't do a lot of extravagant things on defense. They've been categorized as one of those teams that just line up and go head on at you. And they have the talent to do it. It's a lot like the 49ers defense under who was the bald guy that he's the head coach. Yeah, Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh ran a lot of the same stuff that you see DeMeco Ryans running, where it's just line up and go. You know what I mean? And not that it's like overly simplified or anything like that, but when you have that kind of talent, you don't really have to do a lot of schematic things, right? And one of the issues with that mentality, that approach to defense is it can be easily beat if you have a quarterback like Josh Allen with enough of a scheme and enough weapons to be able to get the job done. And the one thing that sticks out about this matchup to me, and I'll put it like this: the question that came to me when you presented the question and you were talking was, what's the difference between the Texans last year and the Texans this year? And then how does that correlate with the difference between the Bills last year and the Bills this year? And to me, there's a very big difference between the Bills last year and the Bills this year, right? This is a team that's going to be heavily reliant on its offense to win games, which means it's going to be more willing to do things offensively to take the game over. On top of that, you have an upgraded offensive scheme, in my opinion. You have better weapons. You have a better weapon on the outside, and you're now starting Keon Coleman and actually giving him the opportunity in a better system to show you what he can really do on the outside. And when you factor all that stuff in, and then, oh, by the way, include the two best defenses that the Bills played last year was the Broncos and the Texans. And they basically lost to both teams by a total score of 7 points? 10 maybe at the very most,
somewhere there,
right? I think it was like 4 or 5 points we lost to the Texans by, or something like that. Because I think if we had scored a touchdown, we would have won that game.
Yeah, somewhere there, yeah.
Right? So we were down by it had to be at least 4 points that they were ahead by. But I'm saying it's 5, but 10 at the very most. We lost to both of those defenses by last year. And if I'm saying to myself, do I think this offense this year can make up 10 points against those teams? Hell the F yeah, I do. Because I've seen enough to make me believe that the offensive staff will be able to work something out with Josh and make something happen. And now you have at least one playmaker at wide receiver that should open things up for everybody else, which is what we've needed since Diggs left.
The only thing, you just reminded me when you said that, the only thing that scares me about the Houston game, and to Steve's point, what does that matter? Like Steve said, and honestly, he said we haven't won a game in Houston in 20 years. Sad, but facts were feelings. I'm like, but you have to beat it at some point.
Yeah,
you have to beat it at some point, and this will have to be the year to do it. If they don't understand, if they don't understand our offense and the workings of our defense, because they haven't seen it, they're going to be the first ones to see it. They got to beat us out talent wise, and then we got to out scheme them. But
okay, so it was by 5
by 4.
Sorry. 4.
So when you mentioned, I don't remember how you put it anymore. I'm sorry, but I know the point of the matter is, I was watching the Carolina game, and they were talking about Josh Allen, and they were like, he's still not taking the easy throws. He's not taking the short stuff. They called it out on the broadcast. He said there's guys right there, and he's holding out for the big plays, and that's what's going to get you killed against Houston.
Yep.
So you have to take what's there and let them do the work. Whatever the case may be, put Skylar Bell in there if you have to. Yes, Roy, I saw you saying there earlier. He caught a ball and took it to the house, which we know what he can do. But you have to be able to rely on your counterparts to do their job as well. And by that I mean throw the ball short if somebody's open, and take the first down when you might be selling out for a bigger play. Don't take hits to your body for no reason when you don't have to.
Sean saying, yeah, Allen was the reason for at least half the sacks last year. Last
year he was. I think it was 37% of the sacks we took last year were accrued, were credit to Allen. So that's a high for him, and that's one of the highest in the league last year because he wasn't trusting Houston. He was holding the ball too long.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you take the flats, you'll take the slants, you'll take the crossers, the digs, all the short stuff that you can get out fast.
Yeah.
Especially when you got guys like who is it? Jonathan Cooper is it Jonathan Cooper and Will Anderson? No, Daniel Hunter and Will Anderson.
Oh,
when you got those two guys coming up, throw the ball where they're not.
You ain't got time.
Yeah, throw the ball where they're coming from because that's going to be an open space.
Do you think some of the stuff that we're seeing now with the with the bootlegs and some of the really unique, like the DJ Moore jumping out to block and then running that crosser, like to me, like that's especially because the Bills last year ran a lot of stretch to the right. They ran behind the right side of the line a lot last year anyway. So to be able to kind of fake that and then go back across the field in that Panthers game to a streaking DJ Moore, over the middle, stuff like that. Do plays like that you've seen out of this offense this year give you the impression that they're trying to do a lot of these things to give Allen the feeling of making big plays while not having to sit back in the pocket and throw it 20 yards down the field?
Could be. I mean, it's very well possible. You got to get him acclimated. You got to get him comfortable with the guys he's going to be playing every Sunday with. So by doing these little things, like Joe Brady said, and that's kind of where I was getting at on Friday. He said, there are things that we asked of the team, like DJ Moore is not you can't throw to DJ Moore. We know you're going to do it all the time because he's going to be open, but for this, you can't because we need you to see what happens when they're double, triple teaming him. Right. We have Josh Palmer, we got Khalil Shakir, we got those guys out there. That's who you need to look at as well. Don't lock on one guy, and I think that's something that, like you said, when you're messing up timing, the internal clock with Josh Allen, sometimes it works in the preseason because in the regular season it makes it that much easier.
Yeah, it's true. All right, what's next on the docket?
Okay, so I have a couple players of note I wanted to go through before the show is over. First and foremost, the weather delay. That kind of took all the wind out of my sails for that game. I mean, I just couldn't focus. I didn't care about the game anymore after that.
You didn't like the bowling and the fishing and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, T put on some movie about a girl in a wheelchair. So that's what we watched until they put it back on.
What's the name of the movie?
I don't remember.
I need to know.
I'll figure it out.
Oh, I need to know this movie.
That's the one Laura put in the Discord, the girl in the cartoon with the girl getting pushed off the cliff in a wheelchair. I said, you're going to hell. Okay.
I'm looking that up right now. Movie about a girl.
She was on like the one of those trivia teams. Yeah. So it's a Disney movie.
Wait.
No, she didn't get pushed off a cliff.
Oh.
She didn't. Laura put in the Discord that a girl in a wheelchair getting pushed off a cliff. When I said I was watching this movie until the game came back on.
So it's a Disney movie?
It's a Disney movie about a girl in a wheelchair. She has to use one of those little talk boxes, but she's like a genius.
About a girl in a wheelchair.
So while you're doing that, had that weather delay happened in Buffalo, oh boy, people would have destroyed that stadium. People would have destroyed it. Had that happened here, they promised I was going to be dry. We got tornado warnings, but they promised I was going to be dry.
Yo, that's the other thing I meant to mention. That little canopy thing covering, it's not as big as it was supposed to be. They said it was supposed to cover 60% of the fans.
They meant the one standing in the corridors too. They didn't tell you that part, but they meant that.
Cram up in the hallways here, guys. All those people down there, fair game.
ramification to Bonius Lex. What's up, brother?
Oh, snap to Bonius Lex. When y'all get a name like Tibonius Lex, then I'll give y'all a horn too.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought Tyler Bass, I don't know if you realize this, but who was holding for him on Saturday?
Wisnowski.
They switched holders.
Who was the other guy?
Doman. Doman held last Saturday.
So Doman is the actual punter, but they got Wisnowski holding.
They're still in the competition. Wisnowski, he punted on Saturday. He did have a punt on Saturday.
If they cut Doman
because he's not a good holder.
You don't have a quarterback you can stick down there, bro. You can't keep Shane Buechele on the roster to hold the ball.
He's got to be able to do it. He's got to be able to.
Listen, both punters are probably making double what Shane Buechele is making right now. Put Buechele on the field to hold the damn ball, please.
Mm-hmm.
Golly.
So that was interesting that they switched the holders. I'm like, wow, okay. So maybe Taylor Bass is like, yo, they on my ass. I need somebody else to hold this ball. Geno Stone. Can we just pull the plug?
Wish is cut already?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Wow. That was fast.
I guess they don't want Tyler Bass to hit field goals. Geno Stone, I'm ready to pull the plug. I don't care what you say about DeMar. He's better than Stone. He's got to be. And I mean, DeMar starting.
Senke, I don't want no parts of that, bro.
No,
I
did you
do not agree with that.
Did you see?
Don't come for me. I didn't say Candyman. I promise you.
Did you see earlier in the chat? He said, okay, guys, come on. Let off with DeMar Hamlin. He's being silly, but okay, guys, come on. Let off of him.
You're trolling. You got to be trolling.
He was trolling. Well, Geno Stone to me has been lost in every facet of the game that I've seen. Everything I've seen, I have not seen this dude do one thing, and I'm like, okay, there it is. I think he's lost in the sauce. So I don't care if DeMar Hamlin plays. I don't care what happens up behind CD and Bishop. I think Kilgore's the future. Hell, put Hancock back there if you have to. Whatever. But Geno Stone can't make my team. I just can't happen anymore.
I think you're safe. I honestly do. Maybe not because Geno Stone is that may mean they want to save some money by getting rid of that contract. He's on a 1-year deal.
Right.
So yeah, maybe they do get rid of Geno Stone, man. It's weird because
you just said it. Let off Hamlin. Guys, he passed out. He's good in coverage and filling a run lane. He's the guy. Shut up. Shut up. But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I love it. Okay. Can we just? I need a second here.
Take it.
Like, so we got another comment, and this has been happening a lot for this last video that the show on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
People are reading the title to that episode, and they are like bombing me in the comments. Here I got another guy, Junie Ajax from 40 minutes ago saying, is this a joke? Your wide receivers look good while facing primarily backups, and the Bills defensive line not even applying much pressure, giving Sanders 8 seconds to throw. Y'all in Cleveland are so desperate for hope that you're also, he thinks we're Browns fans.
But we're doing the show now. Why is he watching now?
No, this is in the comments for the last.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We're doing the show now. Put that in this show. Give us credit for this show.
But I mean, I'm just glad the other one is still getting out the new people. But
I mean,
it's weird.
Damn, while we're doing a show, how can we answer that while we're doing a show, answering questions?
I'm bringing this up. I'm bringing this up for this reason, right? Because this is what I've been seeing a lot of, and I hope that anybody that's new that watches this episode kind of is able to see this happen so that they can be kind of shaken out of their willingness to be this
guy in Cleveland. Watch the whole show. Anyway,
that's my point. Like, watch the show before you just react.
I was the wing talk, because wings were originated in Cleveland. So yeah, that's what it is. Okay. We got to do better with this. Yeah. Let's see. Elarms Orr. He's got plenty of promise. Rookie, It showed. He doesn't have it yet, but he's going to get it. So I'm not saying I'm out on him, but just give him a little more time. Dorian Williams right now is safer next to Bernard than Eli Razor, I feel like. Now, this is the one for me that just hurts. Drew Bowery. Drew Bowery, did you notice that he was starting on the right side with my man Armaj Reed Allen?
Adams.
Yes, two of them. Now, when I watched Armaj, I said, yo.
He got potential, bro.
Factuals.
He got potential.
But then I watched the running. I said, he fell down. Oh, no. Get up. Get up. Get up. But Drew Bowery, to me, everything that I saw in his pre-draft film, everything I read about him is true. And I told people on the show leading up, it ain't yet. It ain't yet. It ain't there. It's gonna be. He's athletic. He's got the body for it. He's just got to put it all together. I don't know if it's competition, if it's whatever it is, because I know he went to Boston College, so he didn't play in the worst conference at all. No, heck no. Bowery's not a bust in 2 games. No. Just not right now. He's not the swing tackle that we hoped he would be.
Do you think the Bills are going to let him, Tylen Grable, and Chase Lunt compete for the left tackle spot next year, or do you think they go out and just solidify that spot with a first or second round pick?
Albert wants us to draft one in the first round. I think they might.
Again, this is assuming
they
that
might have to
Dawkins
take one.
is not here.
They might have to take one in the early in the draft, if not first.
Yeah.
Because Tylen Grable has been okay, but he's not what I thought what I hoped.
And definitely not a swing tackle.
No.
I don't know why they've been trying to do
They've been trying to do it. Drew Bowery, he not yet.
He looks more like a swing, just based off of his athleticism.
He's athletic, and I think even next year, a year in the pro system, will do him wonders. I think they'll do him wonders. If he would have had Cromer, even for a little bit, if he would have had Cromer for a year,
he's got Cromer light. The offensive line coach.
That's what they say. So hopefully, if he had that tutelage that transformed Spencer Brown, then now we're cooking with grease. Okay. I do want to keep working with him for sure. Chase Line, I don't think Chase Line's going to make the team. He might be practice squad. Armaj Reed Allen, and me and Sean, we didn't have a dust up. We talked about it, and I said, please let this guy play left guard. Could you imagine having Deion Dawkins, who has years on his contract, Spencer Brown, who just resigned, you got Cyrus Torrance, who just resigned, and now you have Connor McGovern just resigned. That line right there would be set for 2 years.
I just want to have 2 guards that are massive that can move people.
That dude is strong.
Like, that's it. Armaj Reed Adams at left guard and Osiris Torrance at right guard would make the job of McGovern so much easier in the run game. It's not even funny.
Yeah, that dude is strong. I mean, you can see just stymied.
Yeah.
Even when he's beat, he just valets you right past the quarterback. I saw one play where the dude beat him. He just escorted him. And who was it? Was it Allen? It might have been Allen. He just one step to the right. He had more time. But it was no rush.
Wow.
And completed the play. I was like, yep. That's what I want. Wow. That's what I want to see. Now, this is where I'm going to catch hellfire and brimstone.
Okay.
Greg Gaines. I wasn't impressed.
No. Oh, no.
I wasn't impressed with Greg Gaines.
Nope. Where is it? Nope.
I know. I'm going to catch Aya.
We're not tolerating it right now.
I wasn't impressed with Greg Gaines.
Nope.
Now,
nope.
He has 6 snaps, one of which was the first play. He was one-on-one wrestling with a center. Didn't make any hedge where he just locked up and just held the gap. Cool. He got double teamed out of the 2 wide, and his back was turned to the ball. And he got pushed way over yonder. Mm-hmm. So he's got to be at the 1T. I think that's where he needs to be. He did have a 1T snap where he got pushed into the gap and he made the tackle, which is cool, which is good. But I mean, I didn't see anything. I was like, oh, yeah, that's it. That's it right there.
All right. I know you play defensive line.
That doesn't matter. I could be wrong, but
I'm not saying you're wrong. So here's all right. This is the main point that I wanted to make when it comes to assessing people on the field in game, right? Or even in the preseason. So the eye test in sports is very real from a scientific standpoint. Okay. it can happen as fast as 100 milliseconds. It's called the blink test, right? An experienced scout can evaluate raw physical frame, stance, and levers, limb strength almost instantly. They form an immediate baseline on whether an athlete's body type projects well into a professional system. Then there's the biomechanical flow, which is 1 to 2 seconds. And this they give there's a pitcher reference here. When a pitcher throws a single ball or batter swings once, a scout's brain processes their rotational acceleration and fluid mechanical movement. They can immediately spot elite, natural, fast twitch athleticism. And then after that, there's the video filter that gets added into that. Now, mind you, this is all happening at the same time. This is the 6 to 10 second mark. Okay. So just like a recruiter spends 6 seconds scanning a resume, digital scouts and college recruiters utilize software to view highlight reels. A decision to keep watching or close the clip is typically made within the first 10 seconds of a player's tape. Okay. So I'm bringing this up to show that there is scientific backing to the fact that to the fact that you can get glimpses of guys or see certain very specific. You could see one thing in a guy and immediately tell whether or not that guy is going to be great. Okay. Now here comes the other justification. You know full well I texted you immediately about this play right here.
Looking over the middle, touch.
For years, right? And immediately when I saw that, I said, that's a franchise quarterback right there. I didn't need to see anything else. I knew Josh Allen was going to be great the moment I saw that right there. Okay. Now, when you look at that, and I'll pull up a screenshot of that particular play. So this is a screenshot of Josh Allen ducking that player, right? And then obviously you already know he moves up in the pocket, throws that bullet, right? What does that look like 8-9 years later? It looks like this play where Josh Allen is playing a preseason game against the Panthers, ducks a guy in the backfield, moves up in the pocket, and throws a touchdown across his body to Keon Coleman cutting back the other way. Okay, so this is still in him. He's still doing these things to this day. Now, I'm going to walk you through one very specific play that I saw from Greg Gaines that tells me that he's in the perfect system for him to not only be great himself, but to absolutely multiply and magnify the play of the guys around him. Okay. So I hope I'm starting in the right order. That's not the right order. Okay. So let's go here. All right. This is the start of the play. Now, this is the play where Greg Gaines gets a solo tackle all by himself. I wasn't able to create this a video and make this into a video in time.
This is the play I like.
I apologize. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the play starts and now you can see he's got a one-on-one setup, right? This is a zone blocking scheme. You can already see the double team kind of happening with 72 and the guard who's in front of, I can't read the number here. I think that's 92.
That's Durant.
Okay. Right. So then from there, you can now see right where the running back is. If you go directly to the left of him, that's Greg Gaines now with his arms stretched out, holding off the blocker to get into position to go and get this running back. And then after that, you see now the full extension of the right arm. Here's 97 right there. And he's now in perfect position. Now, again, if Greg Gaines does not go and make this play, if he does not get into position to make this tackle by holding off that blocker and getting to the spot, look at all the space that this running back has. The running back is basically going up now against, who is this, Harrison at the top?
No, Harrison didn't play. That's Pride, I think.
Okay, he's going up against Toriano Pride one-on-one. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the same guy that was kind of a bruising back in this game. He wasn't like a shifty guy. So he's probably running over Toriano Pride at that point. And I'm just kind of facetiously saying that. I don't honestly think that. But again, Greg Gaines makes this tackle by himself. Look at where everybody else is at the point that Greg Gaines has now got his hands on the running back and is taking him down. There's nobody else there.
Well, the thing about this play I like, this is the crux of the mint tight defense. If you go back to the second last spill you had, There's yeah, I'll use that. If you go to where 35 is, right, go back where you were. This is probably a better. If you go back to 35, this is a bill right here. Mm-hmm. See, this is your contain guy that was missing. This is what Greg Rousseau, Brad Chubb, and TJ Parker going to be great at. See, in old years, he would have bounced us outside. It would have been a true one-on-one with this guy. Mm-hmm. If you look at the flow of the offensive line, they're flowing right.
Yeah,
which means Greg Gaines and Zane Durant flow with the offensive line, like you said. Keep your arms, and this is why I was going to make a point about Carter in a minute. I'm going to still, but this is the kind of play that you have to make in a mint-tight defense. This is the kind of play where if you realize the line is shifting, you have to ride them up, and we can't show the play on here for obvious reasons, but you're going to see the line kind of escorts them. And what you have here is TJ Parker sailing off the backside, and you have Damar Hamlin, shut up, Sankey, ready to shoot this gap if he has to. So the mint-tight defense is orchestrated and it's manufactured in order for this play to happen, because you have a double team tackle on 35.
Yeah.
So no, this was actually the play I liked by Greg Gaines.
Yeah,
because
I figured that. Yeah.
Zion Lowe had the same opportunity in the game, whiffed it. He's off my team. He's off my team.
You ready for
Zion Lowe is gone.
All right, that's fair.
And this is what you need from a one take. But when I look at him, and I looked at Dwayne Carter, I looked at TJ Sanders. When they had their one tech, their one-on-ones, they were looking to get to the quarterback. They were looking to win. What I saw from Greg Gaines was sealing and trying to hold the gap. So for me in this play, yeah, he's flowing to the ball because he's reading the blocks. But I need violence as well, which he didn't demonstrate at the time. If you watch the Buffalo Bills when 90 was in, I'm not going to say a name because that sours people, but you know who 90 is.
Who's 90?
He wasn't as chunky, but now he chunked up because his ankle was bad. Now he want to make a team.
Because his ankle was bad?
His ankle was bad, and then he got to chunk up because he wanted to make the team, and he wasn't going to make it no other way.
You talking about Jackson?
Talking about Dwayne Carter. Anyway.
Dwayne Carter. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, when I look at him and I look at TJ Sanders, if you watch them one-on-one, they have that penetrating mentality. And for me, when I look at Dwayne Carter, who was a third round investment, I look at Greg Gaines, his contract, and I look at Phil Mathis's contract and three game suspension, disposable. I'm not saying Greg Gaines is out of here, but what I'm saying is I don't think that we're done. I don't think we're done with the 1T 2. If you want to do your backup to Deion Walker, then fine. I can dig that. But I think if we're looking at trying to move Deion Walker out of that 2I completely like I want to a 3, or and let him do his thing out there, then I think you have some work to do. But no, I thought Greg Gaines in 6 snaps. He's rusty. He's older. Whatever. No big deal. Yeah. And that's his game. But then when I go back to what his pedigree is in the league, it's what we saw. And that was a good play in a mint tight. And what that play also does is keeps your linebackers free. And that's what the mint tight is. Yeah. So like I forget who it was. Daquan might have said in the last show, he mentioned that Terrell Bernard is going to shoot gaps, or I'm not sure if it was Kev, somebody. But yeah, this is the kind of play, especially when the line shifts, you go with them, you just flow because they're telling you where the play is going. But what I hated about Zion Logue was he was in that same exact play. And he stood up. He was like, why is nobody blocking me? Let me run to the guy that's not blocking me and attach to him. What the hell are you doing?
Right.
Get in the backfield, get level, and cut off the cutback. You can't teach that.
Yeah. I'm with you, bro. I think what really kind of swayed me with this particular play is thinking about what the other starters are going to be able to do defensively. If let's say it's a clear cut rundown situation. You know what I mean? You can easily put him, Walker, and Oliver, or if you wanted to put your boy out there, number 90, if Carter makes team, if you wanted to put Carter out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like the idea of having 3 guys now in the room
Yes, where I'm at.
Right, because you got Landon Jackson, you got Greg Gaines, and if Carter makes the team, you got Carter that can take on run blocks consistently and win.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm not even worried about double teams because the very nature of this defense is designed to penetrate and avoid double teams. But I guess and this is the purely reactionary at this point because I haven't really done a significant amount of research into all of the different aspects of the scheme and the scenarios under which, they change formation or, you know what I'm saying? So I'd have to go look, back at Wisconsin and Denver and all that kind of stuff to figure that out. But anyway, bottom line for me is a guy like this that can win those one-on-one situations, just holding the point of attack. I just need at least one guy every down that can do what he does that'll be able to unlock Ed Oliver or unlock, because here's the dynamic. If you know that Greg Gaines can hold the point of attack, and let's say a team decides we're going to double Ed Oliver and not allow him to penetrate and destroy this run play, but what you going to do with Deion Walker?
That's the beautiful thing.
You know what I'm saying? And now you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It don't matter what you do. If you want to double Deion, Ed Oliver's going to get off.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I'm saying? If you want to try and double Gaines and get him all the way out of there, you still got to deal with the penetration of both Ed Oliver and Deion Walker. So I really, really am enjoying the prospects, I guess, the extrapolation of this play happening on the field with the other starters around him and what that could look like. You know what I mean?
I get it. No, I'm not going to poo-poo. I'm not going to say he's going to get cut.
You've already poo-pooed on it.
I know. And it's another one. This is I'm going to say Mr. Brightside because I'm in a good mood right now. TJ Sanders. I actually saw that TJ Sanders on passing downs. If he's in that speed package, okay. He gave me something. He gave me a glimmer of hope because, like I said, one-on-ones, he was fighting.
Yeah,
he was trying to get your hands off him. He was trying to make that move. He wasn't trying to hold the point. If he gets double teamed, forget about it. It's over with. He's done. At that point, he's done. Landon Jackson. What did that CJ guy say on Friday about Shedeur? He said something about Lord. I like to look up Landon Jackson's ACLs this year. Because if Landon Jackson has good ACLs,
he's gonna. I put it in my notes too. I said Landon Jackson needs to play more.
Yeah,
he needs to play more.
If his ACL say so, let's do it. Give him the Patrick Ewing double knee brace. I don't care.
Just give him two mechanical Achilles.
Two mechanical knees. I don't care. Whatever you got to do. But I mean, he has instincts. He knows how to seal the back. Whatever. Seal the backside. he knows how to penetrate. So Judy will have an asthma attack. But when I saw the Landon Jackson, and when I'm picturing him with Bradley Chubb outside of him, with Gregory on the other side, with Deion Walker in the mix, and Ed Oliver out there, who do you block? Because he's in his element now. And I'm not saying he's a pass rusher, but he knows how to get to the running back. He knows how to put some kind of pressure on the quarterback. And now he feels good about it. He feels confident. Let them ACLs hold up. Please let them ACLs hold up.
What you think about this? J Ham says, I think Jim's asking for a true one tech and Beans looking, but is trying to do it without sacrificing cap. Do you think that's what Greg Gaines is?
No, I don't think Jim Leonard's looking for a one. I really don't. Because historically, Jim Leonard's only had 2 true one techs in his whole coaching career, going back to Wisconsin, going back 2. And even they didn't play more than 35% of snaps. He likes running that double front where you got 2 guys with their hands in the dirt. It's like a modified odd front kind of thing if you really want to stretch it. But that's his base. That's what he likes to do. So I think he likes that 2-eye, which is what Deion Walker will play. Ed Oliver will be the 3, and in downs where you're bringing a 4-eyed, and they'll be on the opposite side of Deion Walker, but he still won't quite be a 1 tech. He definitely won't be a 0 because Jim Leonard really doesn't run zeros. So no, I don't think I could be wrong, but I don't think that Jim Leonard really is pressed about a 1 tech. And if it was, I'm not going to get in the cap and slander him there. But yeah, no. And Tommy, I'll say your credit. Trust me, I was mad about the Dwayne Carter pick. So I'm not saying I was right. I was mad, and I don't think he's going to start. That's not where I'm going with this. I just think this is maybe more of a natural thing for him than previous iterations of our defense.
What you think about this, bro?
What you got?
The defensive line 6 that we end up keeping. Would you be happy with this? Oliver, Walker, Sanders, Landon Jackson, Zane Durant, Greg Gaines.
Are you including Hoyt as a linebacker?
I think Hoyt is going to be a linebacker.
Okay. I mean, as it stands, yeah, that's probably about right. Like I said, Greg Gaines, maybe I could see a way that Dwayne Carter makes the team over Greg Gaines. Just looking at the contract, I don't think Phil Mathis makes his team. I really don't. So I'm with that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, as we get down to Greg Gaines versus Dwayne Carter, what are we really doing? Whatever. The other guys in there are more than good.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can go with that.
All right. Fair enough.
And I will say this again. As long as IGB plays in zone, I'm cool with him. As long as he's playing in zone, I'm cool with it.
They're going to have to anyway because Benford is on the field. Period.
That was his shot, not mine. No.
I'm just saying. I don't know what you want me to do with that. I mean, look.
No, yeah. The reason why I say it is because I see something in IGB. He was drafted to be a man press guy, but I see his vision. I see his attention to detail, and I see that he knows his responsibility in his drop coverage, whatever you want to call it. So I'm not going to sit here and say IGB did anything wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say, I still don't think there's a competition between him and Max, assuming Max stays healthy, which is the biggest issue right now. But I do think IGB is suitable as a backup if need be.
Okay, a couple of questions here from Daquan. Are we good? Are we in a good cap space next season?
As it stands right now, no. I don't have the numbers handy, but we're in the negative by more next year than we are this year as it stands right now.
Yep. So here, I'll tell you real quick because I got it pulled up. Oh no, sorry, that's the wrong page.
Okay.
I did have it. I was just looking at it.
It was him, Laura, not me. Laura said, Lord, you had to say Brentford. He's gonna any chance he gets. He's going to.
Okay, here it is. So why is this not loading? Oh, okay. So 10.8 million this year in cap space. Next year we're looking at thank you, no ads. Thank you. We're minus 40 million in cap space right now.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously that's not real. It's real, but they can pray and work some things out. And no, everybody's like, we'll cut Dawkins. No, you could if you want to eat it, cool. But I don't know. Keontae kept shooting the wrong gap. I didn't look at Keontae. So give me some grace. I'll get back to you on that on Friday. I did try to look at some of these guys. The ones that the talking points. Every time I looked, he was out of the play. Possibly, yeah. Right. Joe Porter Jr. for IGB.
Yes, I would instantly.
Well, I don't think you can't. All the hell I got from you for Joey Porter, you're not allowed.
His son is different from him.
No, he got shot and still talking mess to somebody else. He different. No, I mean.
All right, what do you think about this lineup?
Okay.
Linebackers.
Inside linebackers. Or Anthony Jenkins. I think Andreessen still makes it for special teams.
I agree.
Yeah, I think he still makes it.
Jenkins is the only one I can't see making the team, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Tommy said, I think you're wrong when it comes to IGB. Dude has had a good camp and good preseason. He fits Leonard's defense. He's a Leonard pick. IGB will continue to get. Oh yeah, he's going to get better. But I don't think I'm wrong because he's played mostly his own so far in the preseason. He's looked all right. Yeah. If you watch the snaps where he tried to press, he was grabbing at air, unless he grabbed a jersey. So he's got work to do. But that's what we knew already. We already knew he was grabbing. We already knew that he's a walking pass interference if you don't work with him. I think Jay Valai and all those guys over there, they can figure out what's best for him and put him in a position to win. What else do we have?
Like
DJ
this
Moore
one here. Wide receivers.
Here, Coleman, Palmer, Sky Bill, Miko Hartman. Miko Hartman, I don't know. I'm thinking Miko Hartman. I'm thinking Sherfield.
Really?
Yeah, I'm thinking
Because
Sherfield.
of special teams?
Yeah.
Miko Hartman, special teams.
Well,
Sherfield's not a returner, but
that's the thing. Ray
Sherfield's a
Davis,
gunner.
unless you get your wish of Ray Davis, he's gonna be out there.
Listen, if Miko Hartman being on the team means Ray Davis can go, I'll take it.
I'm curious as to why Dante Pettis was not dressed on Saturday. He must have got hurt. I was like, why is he over there with no pads on, just smiling and giggling? I don't like this.
Unless they're planning on him being the return guy. That
was weird when they put him back there. I said, okay.
Yeah, he's been a good return guy. It's weird.
It is weird. Let's see.
Daquan's getting them all in here.
He's going through our lads real fast. Christian Benford, Max Harrison, D. Alford, Davison, Aikman, Hancock, Kenai Walker. Kenai Walker, I would say yes, I think. But I think he also might be that cut. Like, what the hell are they thinking? What are they doing?
He can play special teams.
Yeah, probably. But I'm just thinking, I don't know. For some reason, I think he's like that camp darling area, like, yeah. And then they're like, he's on the practice squad. They're like, what the hell's going on? I just get that feeling. I know everybody likes him. I know
it does mean my guy Toriano probably gets cut, but I do think this is probably the reality here. I do think Kenai Walker's outplayed Toriano Pride to this point.
Yeah, he has.
And everybody else on this team has too much expectation and or responsibility to be cut.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of expectation, I think we definitely need to give him Mike High Tech some more expectation, some more business.
For sure.
Peeps, I know why your electronics don't work. I know they don't. Why are you holding out
on the screen?
Yeah, probably. They're like, who else is this guy talking about? Why y'all holding out? Mike High Tech. Need I say more? Just watch our episodes. Watch episode 1 to now. Mike High Tech had something to do with it. Don't you want your life to look as good as this podcast? Give him a call. Click the link if you don't call. He'll respond because he has a high-tech phone. And I'm telling you, I've seen his work. Good dude, good service. Only thing better than Mike High Tech service is the refreshingness that you will receive when you get yourself a case of that Reed's tea. That's not it.
Right there it is.
Yes.
Right there.
Peripherals, Mike High Tech. These are the new nano contacts, only given to you by Mike High Tech. But what do I know about Reed's tea? Reed's tea is 1 part refreshing, 1 part delicious, 2 parts healthy. In this day and age, you need health. Everything you eat is going to make you go to the bathroom. Get you some Reed's, the only thing that's going to save you. What do I know about Reed's? It only comes to people that have been in this podcast in a case. Get yourself some and disperse it amongst the community because we love people. That's what we do. Disperse them amongst the Post Podium Podcast community. You won't be disappointed. I don't drink tea. Give me some because I'll drink that. But let them know who sent you and tell them what I said. No more individuals. I see you out there. Click the link in the description below. Let them know Post Podium Podcast sent you.
All right, everybody get your jewels ready. Let's see if I can beat the 90-second marker here. Let's go. All right, if you're hearing that music, that means I got 90 seconds to get out of here. Hopefully you've all enjoyed the show. And if you did, if you would be so kind, hit a button. Whatever platform you're on, just let us know you like what we're doing right now. Hit a heart, hit a thumb, hit a
we need it, man. We hurting.
There's a join button on our YouTube channel. If you want to hit that and support the channel as a member, it's $1.99 a month. I mean, unless it's if you want us to knock it down to $1, I need 1,000 people to tell me that so I can do it.
I mean, you're watching the podcast and getting bashed on old episodes while we're doing new episodes. For you,
his input does not cut my 90 seconds, by the way,
at all. Your laughter does, though.
All right. Membership program. Definitely get involved in that. It is only getting better day by day. We are putting new things into the program. And listen. The Discord chat is enough as it is. Hey, you hop in there. That is nonstop action, nonstop laughter, nonstop engagement. What more could you want from the Post Podium Podcast community? But something like that keeps us all connected. So with that being said, thank you very much to everybody that tuned in today. We really appreciate y'all. We will see y'all on Friday, 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Make sure you tune into that. This has been the Post Podium Podcast, home of the all truth, no sodium takes. on the Built in Buffalo Network.
You've been who?
I am your co-host, Aramis.
This is Key. We out.
All right, y'all have a great night. Where is that button at? Where is it?
They can start.